Well, that storm that blew in over the last few days, yeah, has shredded our polytunnel right down the top, right down there. We've pulled it over to check, see what the situation is. Stuff's strewn around. Yeah, it's not good. This is the polytunnel on Hubbs's allotment. I'll go down the other end, hang on. Okay, so this part of the polytunnel was all blown over this way. We've already moved that back. And yeah. So this is going to need to be dealt with pretty much today, because I know there's more bad weather on the way. It looks like instead of going down to the other allotment, I'm going to be doing what I can to clear everything from here, because, well, we don't want it being blown around the rest of the allotment site. And yeah, it's buggered. And Hubbs is going to get online and see if he can find himself a nice new polytunnel, and that's just what we're going to have to do. Let's have a look just round the other side. Oh. Yeah. Very upsetting. We spent the rest of the day clearing out the polytunnel as best we could, because we knew there was bad weather forecast. But the following day, when I got down onto my allotment, the weather actually wasn't that bad. I mean, it was damp and it was grey and it was dingy, but it was mostly dry. So I decided to spend some time clearing around the outside of the greenhouse so that I had access for repairs and some maintenance, such as sorting the glass panels out. I started at the end and then worked my way around the side. This is around the side, and as you can see, the brambles have taken over. When I first viewed this plot, which was in November last year, the brambles were, I don't know, about 3 foot high, and there was a lot of nettles there. So this is definitely a good time to try and clear as much as I can, even though it was, well, not the nicest weather, but there you go. This, unfortunately, is the reality of taking on an abandoned allotment plot. You go online and you see loads of before and after pictures, and it all looks, you know, really easy and amazing, but the reality is you're going to spend a lot of time clearing stuff. It's not going to be nice, it's not going to be pleasant, you're going to get stuck with brambles, you're going to get stung by nettles, and I'm really glad that I got to help my husband clearing his pot when he took his on, which is on another site, because it really did prepare me a lot better for taking on my own plot with regards to expectations. When I finished around the other side, I decided to do this bit, which is actually the little pathway that leads from the main path down the centre of allotment over to the greenhouse. So I was going to work inside the greenhouse, but unexpectedly it's a lot drier than what I thought it was going to be. So I decided to work on clearing this path and make a start on sorting the windows out. So I know I haven't done the world's greatest job of this path. It goes all the way around here and down. I haven't got finished. I've gone down as far as I need to for the panes of glass. But what a difference! Unfortunately, a lot of nettles and even some brambles have got themselves right down in the crack between the greenhouse and the path. So I'm going to have to deal with them because they are definitely going to come back. But at least clearing them means I can walk around without, you know, getting brambled and nettled to death. Not to mention my jeans will stay intact. I've salvaged as much of the glass as I can. So that's the glass down there, which I'm going to see what I can put back in. I'm a little nervous about putting in nails like this. So I think I'm going to go back to the hardware store. You can see they've got nails holding all these in, and see if I can get some of those old-fashioned things that they used to put in for wooden windows, and then we can have a go at that. I'm also wondering if I should putty them in, and what to do about these gaps. Got a gap there, got a little gap here. That can probably be pushed back up. Also, the bunting's going to have to come down, but I quite like the bunting, so I'm sure there'll be some in some of the shops like Home Bargains and stuff like that, and I will see if I can get some more. I think there's a little bit that I found inside as well. You see, it goes all the way down, and it was also around the potting shed at one point. But there we go. So since I am working outside today, I am eyeing up this bit of ground. We have, so you've got the entrances up there. There is a path that goes down here. There is a small little path that goes up here. And then there is actually another one, you can just see it going along there. And that patch of ground there used to be a polytunnel. Now the skin off the polytunnel is long gone, and we have some broken hoops, which I shall collect and keep because you never know when they're going to come in handy. I'm starting to wonder about clearing this ground for my first beds. So I'm thinking dig it over, cardboard on top and then a tarp until I'm ready to start planting. But I think that's going to be a little bit too much for today because I really do want to do inside the greenhouse. I've had a dig down, and people have very kindly informed me that they did not think it was rabbits, it was rats. So I had a dig down. Can you see? Oh, can you see that bit? As near as I can tell, Roland Rat has dug down at the one over here. Where is it? That one. Dug down, hit the wall, come along, come back up. Oh, nope, still in the wrong place. Gone back down, and then went further along. But that is the only sign. Now, the greenhouse was completely open when we took on this place. So my thinking is somebody's come in, Roland's come in, had a look, not found anything to eat because it was all dead, decided to leave, and that's it. Tried to dig the way out underneath, didn't manage it, and then went back out through the door. So I've decided not to worry about Roland unless more evidence turns up. Also, that actually goes down quite a way. Let's recenter that. There you go. That goes down quite a way. So I'm not sure that putting in some mesh, sort of 6 to 8 inches deep, is actually, or even 12 inches deep, is going to do anything, because we've already got a brick wall doing that. So I think he's walked in rather than dug in. Once I'd decided that I wasn't going to worry about Roland, I decided I was just going to crack on and start digging over the inside beds. This was mainly because some nettles had got inside, and I wanted to try as best I could to make sure that I had got out any of the roots that had been left behind when I'd cleared these beds. So I spent a lot of time sifting through the soil, and there was also a remarkable amount of stones and glass in the soil, which I wasn't expecting. So I tried to pull out as much as I could. The plan being to do all of the inside of the greenhouse and cover it with cardboard before we started planting up any seeds in trays. Thanks very much for watching. Give me a like, comment, subscribe, definitely any recommendations for polytunnels, and I will see you again next week.